Oh boy, it's good to get out on a hunt again. It's been a little while since I've been roaming, but I see something on the horizon and I'm gonna take advantage of it. Okay. Oh, it's just too goddamn easy. You don't move. You don't make yourself a hard target. And so I'm coming, and I'm gonna bring you down, girl. Up you go now. All this invigorating bloodshed, it's got me in the mood for a story. This place here, this backwater swamp, it reminds me a lot of a place I used to go, and I called it the Bayou. Louisiana Bayou, what a wonderful place to go. Swamp as far as the eye can see, with gators and all sorts of critters out there. No goddamn ginger witches, though. There you go, take that. And when you were out there hunting like I'm doing just now, you'd find all sorts of wondrous things. Wondrous people, wondrous creatures, all waiting for you to discover 'em. And I can't deny when I was out there was one thing I thought. Well, goddammit, I just love nature. I love nothing more than being out there surrounding myself with the good creatures of, well, I'm not going to call it God's green earth because I'm an open-minded man, but certainly the machinations of some sort of higher power, whether that be energy in the universe or some sort of divine being. I don't know who they, he, she may be, but I know who she is, and I got her. Come here. There you go. As I was saying, being out there opened my eyes to a full world of wild things, and it did some good things for me as a person. It opened me up to having some more empathy in my soul than I had. All the screaming and dying can wear you down, but coming back here, it still brings some warm familiarity at the time that I had out there. And there was one animal in particular that really made my time in the bayou particularly special. And his name, well, it was Colt. Colt, the Chihuahua puppy. Oh, I love that dog. No matter how bad the day'd been, no matter how many things had escaped my grasp, whether it be men or fish or other creatures, I knew that Colt was gonna be there waiting for me back at the shack, and oh man, what a dog he was. A wondrous dog, not one of the dogs that they talk about these days. You hear that ginger witch coming in here with her clones going on about, oh, put them dogs away. Well, I disagree with that sentiment. I'd have dogs in every corner of this beautiful earth if I could. Wondrous creatures, innocent, ain't got no real compulsion for bloodshed. It's just that they get hungry sometimes, you know. I certainly never saw young Colt get any trouble with any people now, and that was until Henry Bayshore, that son of a bitch. Anyway, I need to focus up a little bit. I'll get back onto that son of a bitch in a minute. Let's get this generator here. She thinks I can't see her, but I can. All the time I try these little games on them, you know. I know they're here for a long time, and I don't want to make their time a bit inaccurate there, apologies. I don't want to make their time inside this God-forsaken realm unenjoyable. And I want to take the opportunity that I'm presented with to get across the stories of the better things in life, the better things on earth, the finer things that they maybe don't appreciate now that they're getting tortured for a living. Well, it ain't much of a living, but it ain't much of a dying either. It's kind of in between them. You gotta ask the entity about that one. I've never quite understood it, but I just do my job, and I make sure that I take advantage of the fact that I got my vengeance, and now I can just come on here, share my tales with you young people. Even if they don't appreciate it, and they certainly don't. I put them up on that hook, and all you get is hooting and hollering. Oh, oh! I know it's painful. I've been shot a few times, you can see from my gear. Plenty of holes in that one. Ain't no seamstress you can take it along to that'll sort that problem, but sometimes that's just the nature of the business you're in, you know. You gotta take a few knocks if you're gonna take a few pennies, so... Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. I was talking about Henry Bayshore. That son of a bitch. Every time that man's name crosses my lips, I just want to purse him in a bad way. He was a real bastard to me in my time. I grew up learning as a tinkerer, and I made some incredible inventions along my way. And for some reason, that bastard thought that he could take the things that I spent all my time and effort creating to help him out in his company and sell off the patents to other companies, even though they didn't belong to them, they belonged to me. For a man who's supposed to be some high and mighty businessman, it turns out that he was nothing better than some low-down, low-life son of a bitch thief. And I just couldn't get past that. And it really bothered me for years and years afterwards. Not an ounce of grease on his fingers, no sign of oil or work upon him. He had the hands of a newborn baby boy, despite being a very old, very ugly bastard man. But unfortunately, he put me in a position that I could not defend. I was just some lowly Irish immigrant son, whereas he was an upstanding citizen, and so he decided that he could just get on and do these things without repercussions. Understandably, you would realize that I was not happy with this situation. I made a deal with a warden of a prison, and he said to me, if you could make me this railroad gun and catch some people, then you're off the hook. And that was a deal that I really couldn't turn down at the time. But you'll never guess what. That goddamn son of a bitch, the warden, he was in cahoots with Bayshore the whole goddamn time. And I didn't even know about it until it was too late. I'd already found and filled his prison 10 times over with the number of people I caught with that proprietary piece of technology that I'm still using today because it's goddamn good. And I'm goddamn good at what I do. I tell you, these kids, if they think they're not appreciated, staying in here getting stabbed up all the time, imagine being someone like me, a skilled laborer, putting all my time and effort and years of practice into this job, and then some fancy man in a suit comes along and pretends that all that work, all those years of blood, sweat, and tears, not just from me, but from my father as well, all down the drain because suddenly it's all his. He's the man that did the work. Yeah, sure. Okay, Mr. Bayshore, well, nobody believes that, but they'll still go along with it because they're a bunch of corrupt sons of bitches. Sickening. Goddamn sickening. And thankfully, to stop me from spiraling, I had Colt. Or so I thought. I made some bad decisions when I found out that the Bayshore and the warden had decided to work together against me. And one of those bad decisions was to enact my vengeance on both of those men. Vengeance is an idiot's game, and it's a zero sum. If you go in there, you may take what you've been looking for years, but you'll lose something in the process. And I lost my boy. My little boy, my innocent little Colt. Well, the entity, he's got time for aliens. But he looked at Colt and he just said that he wasn't violent enough to come with me. I couldn't turn away. I was gonna perish in there, and I just turned to the fog. But I didn't think I was gonna lose my boy. Oh, it racks me with guilt doing this all the time. I do it because I'm compelled to do it, not because I want to. Sometimes I hear it, this entity. It whispers in my ears. It tells me, one day, when enough blood's been shed, enough pain's been gathered, I'll be reunited with that boy. I hope it's not lying to me. But I ain't got nothing to prove that it is or isn't. So I just gotta keep on trucking. These people, they didn't deserve any of this. I don't want to do it to him, but I got to. I gotta get back to the boy. Colt, I don't know how he's gonna handle life without me. He was just a small little puppy dog. And there's no one else in the world for him but me. I'll get you back, boy. Don't you worry about it. I'm already on my way. And I'll find you. I'm just sorry to these kids. They frustrate me sometimes, you know. They do things. They know as much as me that we're stuck here forever. Goddamn long it's gonna be. And sometimes it feels like they just want to take out some frustration on you. But it does hurt. It's bad enough having to do something like this and you don't want to. Being away from the thing that you love. But it is what it is. I'm getting sidetracked. If there's one thing you want to learn from me, learn that vengeance is not what it's knocked up to be. You'll get your blood shed in the moment. Maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better, knowing that the one that's done you wrong is finally in the ground or finally been hurt as much as you were hurt by them. But at the end of the day, they're still people too. No matter how bad they treat you, no matter what they do, it's better at the end of the day to come out there and show yourself as a better example of what people can be, what people should be, not what this twisted thing in the sky is telling me to do. If I'm being honest with myself, I think I'm too far gone now. I'll try. I will try. But learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Don't let wrath consume you. But you can still have a bit of fun. Oh, Nicky boy. How many times we've been through this routine. If there's one highlight of being in here, it's seeing what a true generational talent Nicolas Cage would have turned out to be. I never saw him in any theaters or anything when I was living. That was up beyond my grade. But the stories I've heard in the fog about that man, well, I'm glad I can try and entertain him in the way that he's entertained so many. Even if it hurts him for a while. I love you, Colt. I hope I get back to you soon.